In this video, I'm going to show you the good and the bad of using lamination in my own proxy making process. Most importantly, how to do it right. This is my proxy archive of all the techniques of making proxies that I've tested. Alright, let's dive deep into the pros and cons. The number one pro of using lamination is it gives the extra protection that our card image needs. And as you can see right here, I have a card that is not laminated. On the front, you can visibly see the chip on the side, as well as scratches, fingerprints. If you're not wearing any gloves, I can visibly see the fingerprints. Now, lamination definitely adds an extra layer of protection on your card. With that, we have our first drawback of lamination, that is an extra step. You need to take extra time to make these proxies. With no lamination, 3 steps. You print, you stick, and you cut. But with this, you print, you laminate, you stick, and then you cut. Depending on your skill level, it can take some time to actually produce a nice looking proxy that's protected. Pro number 2, the finish. Now in my hand, I have a matte laminated finish and a glossy laminated finish. Now ignore the curl, I will address this once we finish the list. Now both of these cards are printed with hollow foil paper. Now the matte lamination definitely have more premium feel to the touch. Now the glossy definitely brings out the pop and the holographic effect from the card image. And most people prefer one or the other. I personally don't really mind as much because I sleeve my proxies at the end. The obviously drawback comes with this will be the matte lamination cuts down on the saturation and potentially the foil effect of your paper. Now with the glossy version, obviously is the shine, right? A lot of people find the glare very distracting and it kind of gives it away as a proxy when you first glance at this. Now the third pro of using lamination is definitely adding rigidity and snap to our proxies. Now aside from lamination, I haven't found another effective way of adding rigidity to our proxies. And this right here is my first version of proxy where I laminated both sides and the snap is definitely there. Okay, so it's very rigid. It feels like it will not break. I can definitely not tear this thing because it's essentially plastic. Now for the next couple of versions, I've started laminating with one side. So all of these cards right here, they are laminated on both sides. Again, the technique is a little different depending on which card you look at, but they are rigid to say the least, because they're essentially plastic cards that looks amazing. And again, if you use the right thickness of material in the middle, you can get very close to the regular MTG cards in terms of thickness and rigidity. Since I mentioned about thickness, one of the biggest drawbacks I think lamination has is thickness. So we have 3 versions here. We have double-sided lamination, one-sided lamination, and no lamination. Now this card right here is as thick as your credit card. So naturally we'll cut down one side of the lamination. With this, we lost some rigidity. It still has that finish on the front, the protection we needed for card art. And then we move on to this card where there's no lamination. And you lose the protection, you lose the finish, and it's prone to scratches and imperfections. Now there isn't a right way, a quote-unquote right way to do proxy, so it really is up to your preference. Now if you really want the finish but not the thickness, then you can do a one-sided lamination, either matte or glossy. Now if you want to save on your production time and then you don't care any about the rigidity, the thickness or whatever, and you know you're gonna sleeve your card, then this probably will be your version to go with because, you know, it's protected by the sleeve once you put it in there. So we're actually only talking about foil methods here because all of these cards are foil cards. Now with the non-foiled cards, very simple, straightforward, 54-pound double-sided photo paper plus 2mm laminating sheets on both sides. Top tier rigidity, top tier photo image if you have the right printer, and top tier thickness I'm talking about as close as we can get to a regular MTG card. Since I mentioned the 2 mil lamination, some of you already know, and will be asking the question, where do I go find 2 mil lamination? And this is where I come in, okay? So I have reached out to my cousin and asked him to source 2 mil lamination both in glossy and matte. As far as I know, there's no 2 mil matte lamination on the market for you to buy anywhere. So I reached out to him, asked him to go to the factories directly. So what I asked him to do was, I need cardstock, I need photo paper, I need foil, and I also need lamination. Can you put all of these materials that I have to buy individually on Amazon together into a bundle, so when I purchase, it will come together ready to go. Now we have made it possible here at Crack Circulator for you to purchase 2 mil lamination, okay? Both in glossy and matte. We're the #1 store online that sells 2 mil lamination both in glossy and matte, as far as I know. So in this package, he has included all the paper materials that we normally need on a daily basis to produce 1,200 cards. And on top of that, I asked him to throw in card sleeves, stuff that we need on a daily basis, as well as these magnetic card holders with your proxies that you can put into your deck box like that. And then here's the crazy part. If you order all these parts separately on Amazon, you're looking at $165. That's if you have all the materials available in your region, and that's minus the 2 mil lamination, glossy and matte, because nobody sells them on Amazon. Nobody sells them on the internet. So I personally reached out to him. I said, can we drop the price? Can we source all the materials ourselves and drop that price down? And he said yes. And then he told me, he said, you know what, let's do pre-orders, because if we do pre-orders, we can drop the price down again. We have ended up with the price of $99 for the package A. That's insane to me. You have materials, you can make 1,200 cards plus 2 rare materials you cannot buy anywhere else. The 2 mil laminating, glossy and matte. I'm not even talking about all the add-ons. These 2 reasons alone for me is a no-brainer. And I told him, I said, I don't know how well this is gonna do because nobody has ever done this before. And how about let's just have 100 of these boxes made and then see how it goes. So first come, first serve. And I forgot about this, but if you are in our private Crack Circulator school community, you get a 10% off code on top of the $99 pre-order price. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's talk about curls here. Now, this specific card, I remember vividly how the curl happened. I ran this card through the lamination machine at least twice, and my goal was try to seal off the lamination to the card itself. If you have your printer setting set to matte, your color black is not absorbed by the paper itself. It sits on top of the paper, so that hinders the lamination from sticking to the card fully. So as soon as you cut your card, your lamination will lift. That's why we switch fully to glossy printer settings on your printer. The plastic of the lamination was heated twice, so that naturally shrinked the front of the card. That causes the curve that we see now. And these 2 other cards right here you see, they're made with the same methods. They've only ran through the laminator for the first time with the initial laminating process. So they came out straight. And I've had these cards for a month. So what have I learned from this process right here is to not overheat my laminate. Second, print in glossy settings in my printer. Now there is another way where I have seen curling in my process is when I don't laminate, when I only have my foil sticker paper on top and card stock on the back. Curlings like this happens because of the softness of the foil holographic sticker paper. But this type of curling is easily fixable. You can just put it under heavy things. You can put it in a very tight deck box, put it in the card sleeve. Now there's another type of issue that I know you guys have. I do read the comments. Now this is my failure folder. It has all of my experiments and then prints that, failed. Okay, so for example, this sheet right here. So I printed onto this foil sticker sheet and then I laminated the front. A lot of people were saying that they come out curly like this. Now this doesn't matter because I haven't applied this onto a cardstock. As soon as I apply this onto the cardstock, it will minimize the curl. Now to sum it up, if you are experiencing curling, I would want you to watch your temperature with your lamination because that is the #1 cause in my process with my experience of how curl actually happens. Now there might be another cause to the card curling that I haven't experienced, but that is humidity. And that happens with the regular MTG foil cards as well. Essentially what it is the cardstock, as soon as humidity gets trapped into the cardstocks, then it expands. So when it expands, then the card curl. That's just what it is.